Morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday, the second day of November 2023. I hope you're safe and healthy today, that your family is safe and healthy, that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, who along with the first responders every day are out here saving lives. And those that pick up garbage for us to keep streets and sidewalks and parks clean and disease-free. And those that make deliveries for our convenience of mail and food and water. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The victims also of prostitution and child prostitution, human trafficking, sex slavery, pornography, and child pornography. Double curses on the perpetrators, double curses on the profiteers, double curses on the perverts that create these industries. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game last night in New York City at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks hosted the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Knicks lost to the Cavaliers 95-89. It was a really strong playoff atmosphere last night. High intensity on both teams. You could see that there's a rivalry here with Cleveland. There's no doubt about it. From last year, the Knicks beat them in the gentleman's sweep there, and then the Knicks went into Cleveland and held them under 100 points and won again. So they were desperate for a win last night. No Garland, no Darius Garland, no Jared Allen. The Knicks without R.J. Barrett. But no, this was a dog fight to the end. Period. End the story. The Knicks lost a tough game. It was just very simple. The Knicks lost a tough game. It could have gone either way, but you cannot overcome certain things. So Julius Randle goes 3 for 15. He scores 6 points, 4 assists. It's not a Julius Randle game. Okay, I think this was. I know people are gonna. There's people gonna say, "Well, he's not been all right the whole season." I don't agree with that. Last night, he was the worst that I've seen him this year. He was the worst last night. Jalen Brunson, 8 for 23, 0 for 2 from 3. He scored 24, but he was gunning enough to get 24. But you can't overcome that. You can't. It's very difficult. The bench unit actually played very well for the Knicks last night. The bench unit with Quickly, DiVincenzo, McBride, Hartenstein played very well last night. They started Josh Hart in place of R.J. Barrett. He brought the hustle that he normally brings, comes with 8 rebounds. And Mitchell Robinson, again, a championship piece. 8 offensive rebounds, leading the NBA in offensive rebounding. The Knicks ended up getting 92 shots last night, and the Cavs 74. And the reason for that, large part, is they out-rebounded the Cavs, and they out-rebounded them on offensive glass 16-6. That's what kept the game close. But again, you can't have your 2 big guns going to combine 11 for 38 and a combined 0 for 8 from 3 and win the game. Okay, unless somebody else just goes off. And they didn't have that. It was a defensive game. Quickly was 7 of 16, 18 points. He didn't hit a 3, but he was putting a lot of pressure going to the basket. He was disruptive. He was handling the offense. Him and DiVincenzo played very well. DiVincenzo's defense was par excellence last night. He was 5 of 10 from the field as well. He scored 16 points. This is really, to me, going forward, what was important takeaway from last night. The bench unit is going, Mob Deep is going to be Mob Deep. They're going to be back. So, McBride only played 9 minutes, but they were tough 9 minutes that he played. Hartenstein had a tough game yesterday. He played 16 minutes. He got 6 rebounds. He was playing tough too. Grimes was guarding Donovan Mitchell. Now, in the first half, Donovan Mitchell had 23 points. In the second half, he had 7. And he went 9 for 22 from the field, but he was hitting some ridiculous three-point shot. 6 of 15 from three, 6 of 6 from the line, ended up with 30 points. But it was a tough game. 1 for 6 from the end, 1 for 3 for Okoro, 3 for 9 for Strus. I mean, it was a tough game. But again, they shot better. As 43% from the field versus the Knicks 35%. And from three, they shot 38%. The Knicks only shot 17%. And from the line, they shot 95%, 19 out of 20. The Knicks only shot 67%. So these type of things must be worked out. They will be. It's a long season. We're only in game 5. It's a long season. Big game coming up on Friday. The Knicks did out-rebound them 50 to 46. Again, offensive glass 16-6. But you can't overcome your big guns shooting as terribly as Randle and Brunson did last night. And then you don't have R.J. Barrett on top of it. You need somebody else to step up. They were trying with Quickly. I thought Quickly and they were going to win the game for us. I thought they was because the way they were playing. But at the end, Cleveland wins. Okay, so it was a split. We went to Cleveland and won. They came to New York and won. Both games under 100 points. Both games very tough defensively on both sides. Even Brunson and Mitchell were playing defense last night. And that's why, to me, I give that as one of the reasons Mitchell had such a terrible shooting second half, because he was playing defense. It's very difficult in the NBA to play high-level defense and high-level offense at the same time. Very few players can do it, okay? And Mitchell was a classic example. He started putting energy on defense the second half. Tough defense, and he couldn't score. Legs wasn't there when you try to play both ends. Same with Brunson. So it was a tough game, an enjoyable game, down to the wire game, as we thought it would be. And the Knicks was on the short end. It is what it is. But these two teams are going to meet again in the future. I have a feeling we're going to see them in the playoffs again. It's going to be on. And this is a prelude to that. So it was a great game. Knicks short end, 95-89. Again, though, the Knicks defense holds Cleveland under 100 points. Cleveland holds the Knicks under 90. These teams are very evenly matched. I like the Knicks to have the advantage, though, when they're both at full strength. I feel like even with LeVert and Allen back, they can't still deal with, not LeVert, even with Garland and Jared Allen back, they still can't deal with Mitchell Robinson. And with RJ back and the way he's been playing, if he continues to play like that, Cleveland don't have an answer. So it's going to be tough going forward, but it was a really good for both teams. It was good early season fight for both teams. Okay, it had a playoff atmosphere. It was fun to watch. Like I said, it was a split when it comes down to it. And now we move on to Milwaukee. So now I'm hoping RJ is ready for Milwaukee. We'll find out how the knee is doing. They're going to be in Milwaukee tomorrow night. We want to see how the knee is doing. And by tomorrow, I expect us to get a report. I hope they don't come with the game time decision stuff, because that's not good. I hope he's ready to go and they can make that declaration today that he'll be ready to go tomorrow. RJ is one of those players that are available. But I have noticed that the FIBA tournament affected different players different ways. So now you got RJ with the knee sprain. He's been killing, though, before that. But Hart and Brunson, they haven't been completely themselves yet. Again, Brunson going 8 for 23. I don't think it was good for them to play FIBA. I don't think it was good at all. And I hope next summer they stay home. Okay? Let other guys go out there and do that. It seemed to work well for RJ. RJ's 23. Okay? But anyway, yeah, you can't overcome 3 of 15 from Randle for 6 points and then get Brunson 8 for 23, 0 for 2 from the three-point line, and expect to win in a tough game like this. It was a tough game. So we'll see them again. They'll see us again. It's going to be all good. But Milwaukee next, one of the top teams in the East, and hopefully the Knicks will be ready. We move on. Enjoy your Thursday. Shalom.